Hello and welcome back to Crafted by Corie. If you're new, I'm Corie. Welcome to my channel. If you're returning, thank you as always for being here. It is Minis Challenge Week, so I'm super excited about the entire playlist. There will be a link for that in my description. But for now, let's go ahead and get right on into the crafting. DIY number one. I have a scrap piece of wood from my stash and one of those, I want to say corrugated, that's not what it is, metal pieces from the Dollar Tree. It came in a pack of three, but I'm going to go ahead and paint this piece of wood. I was trying to decide which side I wanted to use and whether I wanted to paint both sides of it because this front side is actually kind of pretty, but I decided ultimately I was going to paint it after all. And sorry if you can hear Sammy's chain rattling or his collar rattling next to me. He's hanging out and doing this thing here. But this is a color that I actually mixed, and you're gonna see it later on in the video how I mixed it, but it started out as crystal and then I added in some ocean chalk paint. I believe they are both Waverly colors, and they're just chalk paint. Right. So I went ahead and I had painted that, and now I'm painting the oh my goodness. You know what? I'm always forgetting the word for this, you guys, and you always help me remember what this word is. But yeah, the metal, painted it white. And now I am using these pop dots from the Dollar Tree. This was a pack that I've had in my stash for a while, and it is basically like double-sided tape, but on foam. So it gives it a little bit of a pop off of the surface of whatever you're using it on. And so I am just going to go ahead and set this down on my blue. I love this icy blue color, you guys. And now I was just showing you some vase filler that I had also picked up from the Dollar Tree. I'm laying down some Mod Podge. I just decided, and you know what, this sign is really pretty, just as simple as it was, but I just decided I wanted to give it a little something extra. So added some Mod Podge in different areas, and I'm just placing down that vase filler. It's basically like these tiny little silver glittery balls. So I'm just using some of what I had spilled out onto my surface to try and fill this one in. And then I'm going to do the same in that other corner. Again, you could totally leave it plain. You could wrap some cord around the end, whatever makes you happy. But let me know what you think of this one. As I mentioned before, today is the Minis Challenge. There is a whole playlist. There's a link in my description box. If you have interest in joining us, the next one will be November 18th. DIY number two. All right, another Dollar Tree project. I have this cute little sled from the Dollar Tree. I also have this cutout Mary sign, and I think my sweet friend or subscriber Rose sent this to me a while ago, and I've had it in my stash. So I'm not quite sure where it came from. It might have been Dollar Tree as well, but I am using that same icy blue color. I've got a whole theme today. It's all going to be this icy blue and white. My sister actually called it Coastal Christmas when she saw it. And I thought that was such a great term because she actually knows that I love coastal decor. So yeah, it kind of fits with, I don't know. I love these colors. So as you can see, I'm just painting the sled in the white and the blue, and I'm going to add on the Mary as well. Added some polka dots just to give it a little bit more interest there. Added back the same hanger that it came with, and I'm using those pop dots again. I'm going to place the Mary right on the back of the sled. And we are going to be all set with this one too, except I did actually add some white paint to the blue on the Mary too, just to give it a little bit more texture. So let me know what you think of this one. DIY number three. All right, more Dollar Tree items. This is just a plain old wood round, but it's about, I would say, 3/4 of an inch thick. I'm filling in the hole. It did come with a twine hanger that I removed. Painted it the icy blue. I'll set that aside to let that dry. Filling in the hole on my little snowflake as well. And once that was cool, use wood spackle for sure if you want, but I have been using hot glue, and then I just kind of scrape off the excess and sand it down, and it's been working fine for me. But then I painted the snowflake white. Once that's all dry, I have this from my stash as well. They're just little self-adhesive crystals. I'm going to call them crystals for lack of a better term, but I figured this would give my snowflake a little bit of bling. You could add as much or as little to this as you want. I'm going to keep it relatively simple and just add one little crystal to the end of each snowflake and then one in the middle. But you could put as much of the crystals on here as you really want. So I'm going to get it all centered on here. This is my Star Bond Crazy Glue. It's called Star Bond, and this is the thick that I'm using. I'm setting it down. Word of the wise, make sure your paint is dry before you press down on your piece like I just did. So no harm, no foul. I was able to get it situated, and then I came back in and touched it up. You might not be able to see it here, but I took off a bunch of the white paint when I tried to press down on it, thinking that it was dry when it was not. So you just want to make sure your project is dry before you try to touch it. So that was all touched up, and this little piece is done as well. Let me know what you think of this one. I'm just going to keep touching it up here for a second. There we go. And now it's time for a shout out timeout. Nice, Darlene. So fun with the witch feet. And awesome, Kim. Kim has been busy. I'm amazed at these wonderful projects. Thank you so much for sharing. I would love to give you a shout out as well. If you have interest, just send me an email at craftedbycorie@gmail.com. DIY number 4. All right, more Dollar Tree. This is all Dollar Tree, this video. So I've got another wood piece. I was gonna take off that hanger, but it's on there good. It was not coming off unless I cut it, and I just decided, you know what, I'm gonna leave it. Then it'll be even more versatile. But this Season's Greeting sign is also from the Dollar Tree. It came in a pack of 3. Giving my little sign a good coat of Adirondack white chalk paint, both sides, and then I've got my other color. Now this is where I mixed the crystal. I started out with the crystal and it just wasn't icy enough. So here is the ocean that I'm just adding a little bit to. Now this was the dregs. I actually have another jar of crystal chalk paint, and I decided, you know what, I'll just use that jar and create my new color in there. So that is what I did, and then I used that same jar of paint, this new color that I had mixed, for the rest of the projects in this video. So I just did this a little out of order. I'm using my Star Bond Crazy Glue again to apply this, and you just need a teeny little dot every inch. That's the way that this product is used. Getting that all lined up and centered and lined up. Oh my goodness. And then I'm just putting on my the chalk paint to kind of weigh it down until it dried, which was pretty quick. This is another item that I've received from Rose a little while ago, and I'm just going to use a bit of it to create a bow. I'm just tying it the same way you would tie your shoelace. Well, I guess it's a single strand, so it's basically tying a loop around another loop. Hopefully you saw what I did, but just a simple bow, and you can do it however you'd like. If you'd rather make a loop and tie another piece around it to make your bow, that works too. However you like to make your bows is fine. So I'm just making sure it's gonna fit there and not cover up or block my season's greetings little sign, getting it all fluffed up, and then I'll use some hot glue to attach it right to the top there. A little bit of hot glue, and I'll just hold it in place right there until it's all nice and cool and I can let it go. And this one is done. DIY number 5. All right, I have one of these little mini crates from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to start out by giving it a good coat of the Adirondack white chalk paint. You guys have seen me do different versions of this. I'm sure you've seen other crafters do different versions of this. I don't know. I really like the way these turn out. So I'm making another one, totally different color scheme. So I decided I was going to leave the top and the bottom faux books white, and I'm painting the middle faux book with that icy blue. And along the side, I'm going to make like the little binding of the book and the rest of the cover, right? So the pages are kind of in between, and I don't know. So if you see it from the side, maybe it looks a little bit more like a book. That's what I have in my head anyway. So doing the same thing on the back side, just creating the illusion of the book cover that is stacked between the two white books. And once I have that done, this is also a marker from the Dollar Tree. It's kind of like a glitter marker. It's not super glittery. Metallic might be a better word for it. It's definitely not glitter, it's more metallic. But I am going to hand letter the titles of my book on here. Now, you could use a vinyl cutter if you have one. You could use stencils. You could do the method where you print out text and then rub either chalk or graphite on the back of it and then trace it on to make it nice and neat. I just decided to hand letter it. But there's so many different ways that you could do it. And then I have this baker's twine in gray and white from the Dollar Tree. And I'm just gonna wrap that around the side of it a couple of times. I think I wrapped it 3 times. I'm gonna tie a knot here. And then I'm actually gonna do it lengthwise as well, almost like you would a gift. So my little stack of quote unquote books is going to be bound from top to bottom, but then also from left to right. So I'm going to do the exact same thing. I've got it situated here, and I'm going to wrap it around my faux stack about 3 times. And then I'm going to tie that off as well. And once I have that tied off, I'm going to be making a bow with it. But just a reminder, there is a whole playlist full of inspiration of all different kinds of minis. So when you're done watching here, I do hope that you'll go and check out everybody else's videos. I am so excited for the tiered tray minis. I get so excited. I just think they're adorable. All right, so once that is done, this is also from the Dollar Tree. These are wood stickers, and by stickers, they have like their own little pop dots on the back, so little foam adhesive thingies. So I painted 3 of the snowflakes the blue color, and I am going to just go ahead and stick them on around my little baker's twine. I'm just going to put 3 of these on here. And as you can see, I just painted them right on the surface that they were adhered to originally. And once they were dry, I could pull them right off. And here we are with the final reveal. Okay, everybody, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the projects. If you did, be sure to give me a big thumbs up. Leave me a comment, say hello, let me know which one was your favorite. And remember, there is a whole playlist with some amazing crafters. Link is in my description box, so I hope you'll go and check that out and give them lots of love. And until the next time, be well, be kind, and make it a great day. Thank you so much for watching. Take good care. Bye.